Hello everybody, my name is Pierluigi Casale and I will be your professor in the course of Applied Artificial Intelligence. Today we will start with Introduction to Artificial Intelligence, in particular with the question, what artificial intelligence is. What we will learn today in this lesson is actually what's the definition of artificial intelligence. We will just have a look at a brief history of artificial intelligence and we will try to understand why the AI revolution is happening nowadays. So let's move with the definition. What artificial intelligence is? The first definition given to artificial intelligence was by John McCarthy in 1956 in the first ever conference in artificial intelligence at Dartmouth College. It defined artificial intelligence as the science and engineering of making intelligent machine. And this is a very nice definition because you have both aspects, the theoretical aspect, the science, the algorithms that can create the intelligence, but at the same time, the engineering, how we make the machine that are actually intelligent. And it will be very beautiful, except for the fact that there is the word intelligence. And the question here is, what actually is intelligence? Is it mathematical intelligence? Is it emotional intelligence? Is it any other type of intelligence that a human can show? And this makes the definition a bit fuzzy, a bit blurry. And I want to present you also the latest definition of artificial intelligence that has been provided by the European Parliament in June 2023 during the final vote of the AI Act. This definition calls artificial intelligence system as a machine-based system that is designed to operate with different level of autonomy and that can, for explicit or implicit objective, generate output such as prediction, recommendation, or decision that can influence the physical or the virtual world. And this definition is a long definition, but really powerful because, first of all, define intelligent machine that can operate at different level of autonomy. At this have a large spectrum of possibilities, starting from self-driving car, fully autonomous system that can operate in the free environment, until the lowest level of autonomy, for example, recommender system, which is a system that they can suggest you an item, but it's up to you the final decision of making the purchase. This is very interesting because you can put under this umbrella many different systems. On the second hand, we have also the definition of the output that an intelligent system can provide. In this case, there are predictions, recommendation, and decisions that can actually influence the physical world. I would say a self-driving car is operating in the physical world, but also in the virtual world. Again, recommender system chatbot that operate, for example, on a website. There are many other definitions of artificial intelligence, and I invite you to go to the link under the word definition and find the one that feel more affine and more suitable to your idea of artificial intelligence. A brief history of artificial intelligence. And this is very brief because artificial intelligence is a field that has some history with many setbacks. And we start from the 1950s, the words of Alan Turing. We will talk about Turing more in detail in the next lesson. His paper, named Computing Machinery and Intelligence, Alan Turing was the first person asking the question, can a computation machine exhibit human-like intelligence? In practice, what Alan Turing said is, can machine think like humans? And he created some philosophical framework and even a test about measuring this intelligence. And from the 50, one of the greatest achievements that we get almost 50 years later is when IBM created Deep Blue, the first computing system that was able to win a chess match against the world chess champion, Garry Kasparov. You can see in the picture how Kasparov is displayed from this achievement of the computer. This was one of the first achievements of computation against humans. We had several other achievements, especially in the recognition of the object, the recognition of humans by computers. But if we want to go to the big next leap in computation for artificial intelligence, is actually nowadays, 2022, actually November, when ChatGPT came for the public domain, and the interaction that we humans have with ChatGPT resemble the interaction that with humans. And this is one of the greatest achievements of computer system. What happened? We see that, we have this achievement almost every 50 years. And indeed what happened is that during the 70s, after the first question about artificial intelligence, the first algorithms such as the perceptron and the basic neural network, there was a lot of enthusiasm, but the enthusiasm of people started vanishing. And this was mostly because the computer system, they were not powerful enough to make all the computation needed for learning something, giving the intelligence to the system. And they didn't have enough memory to immagazinate what is needed for actually the intelligence to work. During the 80s and 90s, there was the rise of a certain system called expert system that we will also see in a further lesson. For example, IBM Deep Blue was based on an expert system. But the expert system, the problem that the bigger they became, the more difficult was to maintain them. And so at a certain point, people start losing faith in this in artificial intelligence. But what happened nowadays is that we had three main drivers that's helping us to develop better intelligent algorithms. And the first one was the explosion in data, especially on the internet. Internet is full of picture, text, audio, video that can be used by algorithms to learn and to create better intelligence. But of course, this is not the only point. We cannot do anything with the data if we are not able to store and process them in a proper way. And indeed, the infrastructure needed to store the full internet, actually the infrastructure that Google created using MapReduce framework was fundamental to start creating better intelligent algorithm, because we were able to store all this data and make some parallel processing on this data. And there was even another important driver, that was the use of more powerful computer, in particular graphical processing unit, GPUs, which originally developed by NVIDIA, were graphic card used for video games to do the calculation for the graphics of the video game much faster. For the first time, Andrew Ng was able to train a neural network on GPUs, and this gave a boost in the development of artificial intelligence because computation and training become really fast. So what we learned today? We learned today that AI is difficult to define, and there exist several definitions. We are getting close to a better definition of AI thanks to the latest developing. We also see that AI has a long history with many setbacks. Thanks to few researchers that kept believing that artificial intelligence was possible, we have nowadays the achievement that we can see in the field of artificial intelligence. And basically, the main driver that enabled the developing of artificial intelligence, as we are seeing now, are the increase in data, infrastructure to store, and the computational power provided by systems like GPUs. Thank you very much. I will see you in the next lesson.